Good morning from Sissimut. Today is departure day, and we're getting this ferry down to Nuuk, and it's 16 plus hour journey, so it'll be interesting whether we get any shots on the way down. But last night, and you'll have seen some pictures of it, Northern Lights made a really good showing. We got some out by the lake, then we came back into town and got a few with them over the church, so the best ones you'll have seen so far. It could have been that was on the last video, and this could be the start of another video. I'm getting a bit lost off with where I am with things, so but yeah, this is the ferry. So anyway, we'll see you a bit later. Right, we've just set sail. We're on our way to Nuuk now. We're heading out into the channel there, so there's the island where we shot the iceberg from, etc. or captured the images of the iceberg from, and then we are looking back into Sissimut as we leave. So anyway, we'll see you a bit later. No, there was people got on.
Did they?
Yeah.
I just saw them throwing a bunch of suitcases.
No, there was 3 or 4 people, including one carrying a very young child. Good morning, and here we are, first sight of our abode for the next 4 nights. Weather's deteriorated, and we can't gain access at the moment, so but the views are fairly impressive. So anyway, we'll see you a bit later. Well, good morning. We're here at the hostel. It's another day. We've had a fairly lazy morning. It's around about coming up to noon. And we're just going to go for a walk into town, maybe get a bite to eat, although I'll just be having a drink because I've had quite a large breakfast and ate quite a bit last night, so I do have an apple with me. Have a wander around the town, maybe get some street photography, some hand shots and that, and then late this evening we've got a bit of an adventure. We're going out by boat onto the Nuuk Fjord, and then we're going with people that have got some tents set up on one of the islands, I think. I'm not quite 100% sure, where we're going to spend the night and then spend most of tomorrow exploring the fjord, be it by foot or boat, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, and it's promised clear sky, so we might get another showing of the aurora. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day. So anyway, we'll see you a bit later. Right, we're here near the centre of Nuuk, and we're in the very old district. You can see down there the original church and some old buildings, and then if we just come round slightly around there, there's a very modern centre of Nuuk now. And as we come further round, we start looking out to sea. So yeah, we're just taking some handheld shots as we wander around, seeing what we can see. But some of these old buildings are very, very picturesque, and it's just I think it's just very Greenlandic, given that it's not a huge place. The cities aren't huge, that you've got the small houses that are obviously residential next to, slap bang next to the big city centre, and then obviously I'm assuming all those are apartment blocks. But yeah, we'll carry on, and we'll be putting up any good shots that we've taken as we walk around, and we'll see you a bit later. Right, good afternoon, evening. We're about to set off to the harbour for our boat trip and glamping on an island in the fjord. And the weather at the moment is just slowly getting better and better, so hopefully we're going to have a great time. You can see lots of blue sky around. So anyway, yeah, we'll see you shortly. Good morning, and here we are at the campsite. Just got up for the second time, got up a bit earlier, got some sunrise shots, and now it's breakfast time, so did go back to bed a little bit. Got a bit of northern lights last night. If the shots are any good, you've probably seen them already. As you can see, there's these platforms with the various tents round, so yeah, it was a reasonable night. Not long enough, but I'm not quite sure what we're going to do today. We're going for a hike somewhere. The main thing now is to get some breakfast, get woken up properly, and then we'll be heading off. So yeah, you can just see how beautiful it is here. Icebergs in the bay. And we're going up here to the main tent, or the dining tent, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, anyway, we'll see you a bit later. Right, we've been up to the lake that you'll have just seen pictures of, and some aerial footage. And I've just come back down to the fjord, and I'm going to try and get some of these icebergs with the reflections. They look quite impressive. So, I mean, particularly this one out here. You can't really see it on this video. Well, you can, but it's not particularly big. So we'll get the long lens out, we'll try and get some reflections, and we'll see you a bit later. Alright, we've had some lunch and it's the afternoon now, and we're on a trek. I believe we're going to see an Ice Fjord. It's unlikely that we'll be able to see the glacier, but it could be that there's quite a bit of ice in the fjord from that. The icy sea at the camp here is ice obviously off the glacier, but it's sort of drifted into this fjord. Probably with the tides, because obviously fjords are tidal, and it's brought them in, but there's no glacier at the end of this fjord, or this finger of the fjord. So but the fjord we're going to overlook, there is a glacier at the end, so it should well be packed with icebergs, or a lot more than there is here. So yeah, and there's one or two dotted about there. So right, anyway, we'll see you a bit later. Right, we're on our way back down the mountain, having been to the Ice Fjord, which was interesting, but I wasn't over inspired to take pictures. You might have seen a little video of it, but we have spotted, as we've come down here, I'll just get to this spot here and be able to show you on the video, and I think I've got an epic photo of these two icebergs down here. They're just they're just so epic, and particularly with the polarizer on, it accentuates the blue of the ice in the water, and you can see where they've melted, and it just makes us, just single shots like this make the whole trip worthwhile. Some of it, yeah, it's all been good, and in many ways, if you just look around, it's not too dissimilar to the Lake District, apart from these epic icebergs in the fjord. I mean, obviously in the Lake District we don't get icebergs, and they're epic. And yeah, we're now back, as you can see round there. There's the camp where we're heading to. We'll shortly be having dinner before the boat comes to pick us up a bit later. So anyway, we'll see you shortly.